Yeah, I miss all these folks. You know, I definitely started. I think it's important to develop communities in different areas, but you can't neglect your communities that you've already developed. Um, and that's where I think a lot of folks that I've made music with, or worked on music with, or mentored in music over the years exist on IG. So I'm trying to be a little more active over here and just let folks know what I'm doing. I'm working on not just some music and releasing some new music, but I'm also working on some educational materials. Mr. Jack Guns wants to hop in here, huh? Oh, that's crazy. You can ask a question. What's your favorite song you've ever performed? Favorite song? Oh, the, my favorite song I've ever performed. There we go. Mr. Jack Guns, I'll throw you in here in a sec. It's gotta go. I think that one's just a lot of fun because it's easy for the crowd to like memorize after the first chorus and jump in. A lot of hype going on. Uh, I think it's a fun track that has a lot of bars in it, most of which probably go over people's heads. Um, yeah, it's a fun track. I don't know if I'm talking about too much in it, to be honest. I think I could probably be talking about a little bit more, but let's see. Let's see what Mr. Jack Nance has to say. Let's see how this goes. Like earlier, my mom accidentally requested, "What up, man?"
Oh, yeah, yeah. What's happening with it?
Oh, dude, it's good to hear from you.
Oh man, I'm here, bro. It's a minute, bro. It's been a minute.
Yeah, it's been like 20 minutes, bro. This is crazy.
I know, right?
What you
Oh
what you
man,
what
but
you been
yeah,
what you been
ain't
up
nothing
to?
changed. Just trying to maintain, keep pushing things.
Yeah, I hear you've been dropping some new music.
Uh, Actually, I dropped two albums last year.
Ooh.
I'm working on something new this summer, trying to put something together. Got a few tracks in the cut. Looking for some new projects to put together. Artists is out here. So
Yeah,
last year I told them in 2023 ain't nothing for free. So
I like
he's
that.
got to see some come back from that. You
That's
know,
right.
I ain't you know. So I started, doing a little more work on things. I'm putting some projects together right now. Hopeful to pull back an old ancient, you know, duet from back in the day. You know what I mean? I used to be in a group, so me and another artist that I've been, committedly like working on a project and working on projects in the
Mm.
previous years. You know what I'm saying? With from before the vision loss and all kind of shit. So it's been crazy little spin of things that's coming up that's I'm trying to get cooking for this year. So I hope y'all gonna enjoy this next album that's
Yeah, 100%, bro. And
coming.
please send me the two albums that you dropped last year, because I must have been
Oh,
under a
gotcha.
rock, bro. Um,
Oh
where where
yeah,
where
the
did you
project.
drop?
Yeah, we streaming everywhere on with these two. The project came out first. That was in January, and Sunset in the Summer was the second album that it dropped in June on Juneteenth actually.
Nice,
Yeah,
nice. That's good vibes. What's
yeah.
what's what's the length of these guys? Like, how many tracks you got on these?
Ooh. I mean, well, when you look at the first project that was dropped last year, the project came out, it had like 13, then 15 tracks, I believe, were on Sunset in the Summer.
Wow.
So you get a nice little duplex of joints to rock out with.
Yeah, man. No, I gotta say, dude, like you're one of the most prolific creatives that I've seen, man.
Oh
It's
yeah.
it's amazing how much work you
I,
get done.
trust me, bro. You'll see some classics out of that flow. I mean, anybody that followed me on BB, we probably heard the majority of those verses that I came through with that album for. So like that was influencing.
Man, well, I miss it, bro. I miss the
Oh yeah, it's a beautiful thing, man. Shout out to all the boys and girls that came through that BOT dub, man. I was just talking about that with King after King Creel sent me a video post of us having a conversation together on the street. I was like, yeah, that's real, as real as it gets, and still connected with them
yeah.
fans. Like so, it's all love, man. It's been years later, and we still here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. The fact that everybody and like people developed a lot of talent out of that too. Like there were people that came in
Oh
that
my
maybe
God,
weren't that great when they
yes.
started, but just being around so many
Mm-hmm.
different artists and taking that feedback and were willing to grow was really something, dude. I think that
It was.
you could feel the energy missing now that that's gone, in a way.
Oh yeah. I mean, the borough of our borough of people, you know what I mean? We kind of like just started moving on our own little group. Like it's been sort of a solo mission almost on all counts. And I mean, to us that hang in the same clan, most of us we just keep in touch.
Yeah,
If anything, and that's my personal opinion because I still connect with a lot of the guys and girls out there, man. Like, any of them other ones that hit me up mostly on here, what I mean, IG, I'm still with you, fam. So it's like either way, you know what I mean? Like leak up, let's get some real work in. Like I want to put some projects out with a lot of these artists. I still been wanting that mission. I'm on that mission and I'm still working. Hell, I released one of the tracks I did with I bet you don't remember Hems, HEMZ.
hmm. As an artist or a track name?
Yeah, yeah, the artist, Hems, the one he used to be on Beat of the Week too. But
No,
from New Zealand.
from New Zealand. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. I do remember him. I do remember
Yeah,
him.
yeah. I did it. I did a nice little track with bro, man. Like he put me on it. We did something together. I'm working on a project. He gave me an instrumental to because he's a producer more or less than anything.
Yeah,
He liked the flow, but he really a producer.
yeah,
I see that.
yeah. I know exactly who you're talking about, actually, for sure. Nah, man, this is good. I'm glad everybody's keeping in touch. I've been trying to find a way to kind of bring everybody back together, but it takes a long time to get the platform correct, dude.
I understand.
Because it's like
I understand.
one thing about Beat of the Week is like it was a lot of fun, and some people made some money, but really, I think the goal should be to continue moving like y'all been moving and like making the art on your own beats and just having a place to be able to monetize that and sell
Oh,
that.
oh God, yes. Now there's a good idea.
Right. So that's what I'm working on, man. I'm really trying to make it so that everybody has this outlet to be able to sell their work and to collaborate and not have to deal with the structure and the rigidness of all the way that the system works and have to fill out a bunch of different
Right. Where
forms.
everybody got a hand in and you ain't got but a crumb.
Right, and you're just you waiting on some checks and stuff, and it's just like, man, we're way too far. Like
This
AI,
shit got to get broke down through 15
yeah,
people just to get
man,
it to you.
come on, bro.
I know what you're thinking, bro. That's why I'm on the same shit, bro. I'm trying to get this thing cranking. I don't have like a whole lot of, what I mean, ambition towards like people who don't really look at the fact that like, okay, if you're looking to get anything back for what you're doing, you need to make sure you know all that you need to know when it comes to recording and making music and putting it out here. Like before you put it out
Yeah,
here. You know what I mean? Like, it's a lot of people that talk and come to me and they have no idea what
yeah,
ASCAP is or how to use it. DMI.
right.
They say, "Oh, I got it. I got it," and I just drop my joints on DistroKid. Like, bro, do you even know how to? allocate that money that's supposed to come back to you because there's so many different ways.
And it's just
And if you're
it's too
and if
complicated, man. It's too
and it
complicated.
is, if you ain't gonna sit down to it, it's not gonna be something for you. You're gonna get messed up with all that because the paperwork side is what fucks every artist up if they don't know about it.
Yeah, exactly, bro. So we're getting we're getting into a new era where things are going to be changing a lot, and that's one of the things that I think needs to change the most. You know, we gotta be able to make this an easier
Development,
process.
artist development, a solely different aspect of what these artists out here are not understanding or giving them the keys to understanding the industry because in so many ways this is the one thing that big businesses gang up on these solo artists, individual artists out here, and they take them for every fucking penny they worth.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, look, we're in a new time, man. People don't need to sign deals anymore to be heard
Nope,
and get their stuff out. But if you don't,
no, you
but
don't.
at the same time, if you don't get your paperwork right and you don't know how to do that, then
You don't know how to get your
you're
money
not going
right.
to get your money right. And so,
Nope,
so
you're gonna miss out.
there's a lack of transparency and education that needs to happen, and then the tools that you need to do are still complicated. Like even if you know
Yep.
what you have to do, it's
Mm-hmm.
still difficult to go do those things. You know, it's not
Oh,
like it's an
oh
easy
yeah.
thing, and that
Hell no.
it shouldn't be the say. What I'll say is that it's become the ability to create and publish music is more accessible
Mm-hmm.
than ever. It's easier than ever
Right.
to be able to make something and then put it out. Like you're saying, like people can just go on BandLab and record and have access to the best, not the best, but have access to good plugins and good digital audio like workstations and be able to record
Yep.
something well. And then they could just
Right.
go to DistroKid and say, here's my track, and they'll just put it on all platforms. But they're not, the
Mm-hmm.
fact that like it's easy to make and it's easy to publish doesn't mean that it's easy to collect your money. And that's the problem right now,
No,
is we just need to make that
absolutely not.
easier. We need to make that part easier. You should know
Yes.
where your music's going, how it's being played. Like you don't
Who it's being heard by.
right,
Exactly. All of these things. Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's where my focus has been, because
Respectfully.
there's a lot of technology that's going to allow for that, and it's going to take a couple more years to make sure that we get it right. But you know, it's
It's
it's something,
possible.
it is possible, and it's something where I saw in Beat of the Week, man, like dude, people were winning in Venezuela, right?
Mm-hmm.
And just to get them their money in Venezuela was such a hassle and a headache, like just to pay them. Like it wasn't like sending a
Mm.
check, like using international currencies and banks and all of these things. Like by the
Ooh.
time that 500 got to somebody in Venezuela, they only had like 375 left,
Wow.
right? And that's
Holy
and
moly.
that's not for like they didn't there's nothing they can do about that, and there's nothing that Beat of the Week could have done about that because of the way that the system works. But also
That's sad.
it's
Because I could imagine if that was out there in Saudi or any of the Arab nations, that would have been probably more expensive too.
yeah, man, just all of these international transaction fees and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's like you combine that with the people not even really able to get paid anyway. Like there were issues even domestically in the US when people wouldn't have a bank account.
Oh yeah, that was part of the biggest problem. A lot of people didn't have bank accounts.
Right. So there's these systems that kind of even past the whole it's tough to go do your paperwork. Even if you do the paperwork and BMI writes you a
Hmm.
check, you need to have a bank account to cash the check.
Hello, where you gonna put it
Right.
at?
You
I
know,
mean, I'm just saying.
so
I'm just
so
saying.
I watched that happen over and over and over with all these different creatives and artists and so much different talent. It's like, whoa,
Yeah.
like people deserve to get paid, but like everybody's got to jump through hoops just to get their money. And then at the end of the day, like the my only qualm with Beat of the Week was that there wasn't an outlet to allow people to then monetize their work outside of the app. Like it was just like a
Ooh,
week,
yeah. Now see, now that's you right about that though,
you
because
know,
if you look at that whole aspect, if they'd have opened that up on the platform, that would have been a whole new lane to go into and actually give real artists the abilities to develop their craft a lot better and find, you know what I mean, their channeled artists or their channeled fan base. You know what I
exactly.
mean?
Yep.
Like how to channel a base, like how to generate your own fan base.
And that's one of the biggest things I think going on right now is that people are figuring out, people people want their song to be heard, but they're not finding the people who are willing to pay for that song, right? And
Mm,
there's a combination of those, right? Like you obviously want people to
yep.
rock out to it, but you need to be able to know which part of your fan base is willing to pay some money because those people that are listening on Spotify, somebody might be willing to pay $100 for that track, but there's no
Mm-hmm.
infrastructure for them to be able to do that. You know what I'm saying?
No.
They're just gonna stream it, and you'll make your 0.003 cents, and everyone will just keep moving. And
Right.
and if there's more more abilities for that type of support with a fan base, that's where we need to get to. And there's technology that people are using right now to be able to do that,
Right.
but it's still kind of difficult to understand. It's still difficult to really use, and
Mm-hmm.
it's not just difficult to release music like that, but it's also difficult for a fan to be able to come on and buy music in that space as well. So there's
Mm. Yep.
we're almost there, but there's still some barriers that we got to get through to kind of get to that next level where it's accessible for everybody. And so that
Uh-huh.
that's why I've been quiet and just kind of studying
Respectfully.
this and learning this because, I still give a fuck about all the people
I
on Beat of the Week and all the people that are making art and doing and just like, man, it's culture. Like there's a whole culture. Oh snap! Oh man!
we still here, bro. We still here. That's no lie, man. Like it's one things I'm so amazed at because for a while they used to come to the Peasy show. I ain't gonna lie. We had a lot of dope, MCs that we, funneled around and found, digging around in different sections on, different platforms like Rap Chat, Rap Fame now is where they hanging out at in the most for regards of the artists that we've dug out and found just listening for that good sound of music from an individual who's not on the mainstream market because honestly, that's been the places where I've seen some of the just illest songs made.
Mm-hmm.
And seriously, after Beat of the Week, some of the artists that I even left with when we stopped that thing, it kind of just you see the expansion of their creativity going to so many different levels.
For
Like,
sure.
man, never did I ever think, you know what I mean, in just a year from the last, Beat of the Week drop, we literally see like, oh my God, it was so many people that just like gave off so much friction of crazy, over the top, just phenomenal like sounds that I had never heard played on a mainstream market radio station. And they was kicking them. They was kick. I swear to you, that's why I stopped listening to the radio. I haven't listened to the radio in years. Last time I listened to anybody's radio was driving to work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just started working this year. I started working last year in August. So like, you know what I mean? Other than that, no. I don't really listen to the radio. I'm hearing, all these characters that I used to listen to from BOTW, man. Like they done really put some stuff together and started doing a lot of dipping into this music, man, in a way that it just really makes me feel humble to know that I'm still like
Yeah.
able to touch these guys and like, yo, man, God damn it, jump on this track with me, man. I got some crazy shit going on.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Well,
it's a beautiful
we
thing.
gonna bring it back, man. We're gonna have to bring it back in some way, because, like you said, everybody's still there. Everybody's still kicking it. Everybody's still making music, and
Mm-hmm.
I think about it all the time. And everything that I'm trying to do is for the people that I know who want to use this stuff, because everybody who's working so hard on their craft and getting better, like there needs to be an outlet for people to make money, make more money from this, so that they can continue to do it even better.
Keep teaching the craft and everything behind this fucking stage appearance you just see on a video screen or
Yeah.
in your TV, man. Because like for real, I talk about this a lot when I go live on my show. Like I tell people, artists have a life, and artists have to make a image for you that resonates with you, not only in a way where, you know what I mean, they have to create a whole new them, but it takes them into a place that, you know what I mean, they have to be able to characterize this music in a way that you can understand it and generate a likeness to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's a art form. It's a lot of work involved, man. And I tell you right now, over the last 2 years, and since 2022 and in, it's been some crazy dope artists dropping crazy dope beats and
Yeah.
tracks that's just ridiculous. And I haven't talked to none of these guys outside of just that, and everything has been so dope that I've had to play like for the last 2 years some of the dopest songs, man, because I felt like they needed to be heard. You wouldn't have never heard them any other places, you know what I mean, unless they were submitting songs in other channels and stuff like that was broadcasting music like me. So, phew, man, I was proud to have them boys drop their music
Yeah.
on Rap Chat and run it up for them. Because, man, listen, dope individuals. And I do it again. I'm with it every Wednesday. So, like, let's do it. You know what I mean? Like,
Yes,
that's
sir.
where I'm at.
Hey, man. Well, I'm thinking about y'all, and yeah, send me those albums. I'll run them. I'm trying to
You know
listen
I
to
got
those
you.
things. Yeah, man, I'm about to get these dishes done and get to work, man, because I got a lot of work to do.
Yeah, man. I feel you, bro. Listen, I got the weekend off. I go back next Wednesday. I'm in a breeze right now. I just had to pay some bills and shit, man. I'm kind of broke right now, my damn self. I know what you want.
Yeah, I
I'm
get
trying
you.
to find something to do my damn self. Yeah, man. I appreciate you for letting me come through, man.
No doubt. All right. Much love, dog, and
Much
everybody who's still
love, my
watching.
Jay.
Appreciate y'all. Miss
Yeah.
y'all. I'll be on here more.